right, find your comfortable seat. Get all the last minute wiggles out, move around. Anything pinching or feel funny. And bring yourself to center, lengthening through your crown, zipping up your belly a little bit. Finding that firm, stable foundation. Soften and close your eyes. Just observe your breath for a moment. And I want you to have your breath to your inhale and your exhale at a count of 4 to start with. And then I want you to focus your breath into your belly. As you inhale, feeling your belly push out. And as you exhale, gently draw your belly button in and up to help release that last bit of air out of your lungs. Wide belly inhale. Draw the belly in and up slightly to release the last bit of air on your exhale. And then let it relax out. Prepare for the inhale again. If you can increase your count to count 5, you can. Not, that's okay. Just find a comfortable count in and out so they're both the same number. Widening through the front of your belly, the sides of your belly, and into your low back. Exhaling and drawing the belly in and up, help to push out the extra air. Keeping the same count number, I want you to inhale, starting into your belly. And as your belly fills up, I want you to broaden your back. Draw your shoulders a little bit up and forward to give more space in the back. And then exhale as if you're draining your breath out of your upper lungs first in your back, and then out of your belly. And then the last thing is to draw that belly in and push the rest of the air out. Inhaling into the belly and then into the back. Exhaling, draining out of the back, out of the belly. Draw the belly in, push the last bit of air out. And last but not least, we're going to inhale in through the belly, then into the back, then into the chest as we lift our heart up slightly. We feel our shoulders raise, and then we drain out from top to bottom. Heart lowers, shoulders relax, back relaxes, belly draws in, pushes the last bit of air out. Inhale with belly wide and open. Back, heart, drain out, heart, back, belly draw in to push out. It's a lot easier to do that when I'm not talking. So you're not making your breath segmented. You're not breathing belly pause, back pause, chest pause. It's all one fluid motion. And the belly widens at the first part of the breath. The back broadens almost like you're going to hunch over, but you don't quite get there. And then the chest lifts and you lengthen through crown for the last part of the breath. And then all goes in reverse. Relaxing your chest, back, belly draws in and pushes the last of the air out. Take 2 more breaths like that. Always drawing the belly in and up slightly at the end of your exhale. And then just return your breath to normal, not having any control of it. Check your posture. Are you still lengthened through crown and rooted in your sit bones? Survey your overall feeling of your body, your heart, your mind. Do you feel a little bit more centered, more focused? Drop your right ear to the right side. Open the neck up on the left. Then take your left hand palm up, floating over your thigh. And then I want you to inhale and open your thumb out. Exhale, draw it back in, keeping your elbow close to your body. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more, open. Exhale, close. Bring it all the way into your belly. Make a fist so that your fingers face your belly button. Tuck your chin and roll it to the center, keeping your head dropped at center. So your left arm, elbow is close to your body, and fist fingers are turned into your belly. Tall spine, dropped head. Inhale, start lifting your head and arm at the same time. Inhale, following your hand with your eyes. Inhale up, and then exhale down. Your head and eyes lined up, or your arm and eyes, sorry. Inhale up, follow your arm with your eyes. Exhale down. Pause. Wide fingers so the palm faces the belly button. Inhale, thumb comes up next to your shoulder. It's like you're just doing a swipe from shoulder to belly button. Exhale, back down to belly button. elbow goes out. Inhale, thumb comes up, elbow goes down. Exhale, pinky down, elbow comes up. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pause. Relax your hand in your lap. Bring your head back up to neutral. Lengthen through your spine. Lifting through the crown of your head. Align your shoulders over your hips. And just feel your body for a moment. Feel your shoulders, hands, neck. Drop your left ear to the left side. Flip your right hand over, letting it float over your thigh. Palm up. Your next inhale, open out to the side. Elbow stays close. Lead with your thumb. Exhale, bring it all the way into the belly button. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. When you bring your hand into your belly button, your elbow will pull away from your body a little bit. That's okay. One more. Drawing it into the belly button. Flip your hand, make a fist so the fingers face you. Tuck your chin and roll to the center. Eyes on your fist. Take a breath for a moment. On your next inhale, start raising. Keep your eyes at the fist. Arm and head raise at the same time. As high as you feel comfortable. Exhale down. So either you're going to run out of breath first, or you're going to get as far as you can go. If you still have breath, just pause. Inhale all the way and then start your exhale down. One more. Up. And exhale down. Hand at belly button, open your fingers wide, jazz hands. Inhale, lift, start taking your thumb up. Hand is in front of your shoulder. Exhale, bring the hand back down, elbow goes out. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. Relax hand on your lap. Slide your hands up your thigh until your thumbs are right in your crease of your thigh. Draw your elbows towards the back so it sticks out your chest a little bit, but zip your belly in. So you're not arching your low back, you're arching your upper back. Elbows go back, thumbs stay in the crease of your thigh, fingers can wrap around the outside if you want. And I want you to inhale and lift your heart, lift your head. Exhale, lower your heart, lower your head, keeping your elbows back. Inhale, lift heart and head. Exhale, lower heart and head. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And relax your shoulders, relax your hands. You can roll a little bit if you want. You can twist if you want. We're going to do some more twisting. So make sure your knees are faced directly forward. We're going to twist to the side, and I want you to try and maintain your knee position. So when you twist, you don't want to bring the knee over and across midline. Also, when we're going to twist, we're going to draw our belly in, and imagine your belly button stays pointing forward as you're twisting your upper body. So if you just play with that for a minute, you know, if you relax your belly and turn, your belly starts to turn towards the side. You pull in and turn, it limits your amount of turn radius that you have available. Okay, so lengthen tall through your spine on an inhale. Draw the belly in and turn right. On your exhale, keep the belly in. Keep your knees open. Turn your head to the back. Breathe. Take a deep breath. And slowly start to come back on an exhale. Keeping the belly drawn in the whole time. Once you're to center, you can relax. Roll again. All right, we're going to do the left side. So taking a deep breath, lengthening through crown, drawing the belly in as you're scooping your belly button into your back. Exhale, start to turn left. Keeping the belly button drawn in. Imagine it facing forward. Turn your head over your back shoulder. Soften your breath. Another big breath. Exhale, start to slowly come back to center. And relax. Open your knees up. All right, we're going to lean to the right side. So you can either lean on the palm, lean on the elbow, or put a block or a pillow or something underneath so you can bring the leg position up. Because I don't want you to crunch your spine. I want your spine to stay tall. So mine doesn't reach if I stay tall. So I'm going to have my arm out here. Right hand, you're going to inhale up to the back. And exhale around to the front. Inhale up to the back. Exhale around to the front. Lengthen through crown. Last one, inhale up to the back. Exhale around to the front. And sit back up. Turn to the other side. Shake it out if you want. Stay tall, lean right. Find a way to feel supported. Left arm, inhale to the back, up. And exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Up. Exhale forward. Relax. Get yourself back to center. Up nice and tall. Keeping our legs wide. Zip your belly up from hip bone to hip bone. And I want you to take the weight off of your right foot. So just have your right foot kind of hovering above the mat or above the floor. You squeeze through your glutes. Draw in through your ab on that right side. Your foot softly flexed, not touching the floor. And relax your glutes and then release your foot to the floor. Try and keep your knee over your ankle. Left side. Lift your foot off the floor so it's just hovering. Squeeze through the glute. Squeeze through the thigh. Squeeze through the ab on that side. Stay tall and relax. One more time on the right side. Get everything squeezed first. Glute, hip, belly, and then lift. And down. Relax. Squeeze everything first on the left, glute, hip, or I mean belly, thigh, then lift. And relax. Draw your knees about halfway. So you're not straight out and hip forward and you're not as wide as you can get, but you're in between hip width and the wide as you can go. Put your hands on the inside of your thigh. And I want you to try and bring your, like you're gonna sit, cross leg like so. So you're trying to bring your feet up to get into that cross leg position, holding your knees out, but you're pushing against whatever's on the floor so you can't actually lift them up. You're just engaged, we're engaging deep into our hip joint. So put your hands on the inside of your thigh slightly, root your feet into the ground, root your glutes, lengthen through your crown, draw your belly in, and then try to slide your feet together like you're gonna draw them up. The hands are just holding the knees in position over the ankles and relax. Shake it out. I'm gonna do it 3 times. Knees over ankles, hands on inner thigh. Make sure you zip abs, lengthen through crown, and then root feet and try and draw them together. Feel the activation deep in your hip joint, into your inner thigh. Relax. And one more time. Knees over ankles, hands on inner thighs, zip up abs, lengthen through crown, root feet, and press inward with your feet. You're trying to, like I have a blanket underneath me, like I'm trying to draw the blanket edges together into the center. And relax, take out your legs. We're gonna do a seated figure 4. We haven't done that in a while. So if you want a strap or dog leash or towel or whatever, you put it on the left foot and draw up the right. If you don't have or want to use one, I still want you to hold on to your shin so that you can allow that leg to relax. As soon as you're in position, soft flex in your foot like it's leaning up against the wall. It's not pushing on it. It's just the ball is just right there up against your foot. Zip across your hip bones and lengthen through your crown. Relax your right inner thigh, outer thigh, glute. Root both sit bones. Even though you're kind of going to be on the right edge of your right sit bone, both sit bones rooted in. Inhale, draw upward through the crown. Exhale, hinge at your hips with a flat back, draw yourself forward. At the end of your exhale, pause. Take another breath. Lengthen through your crown. And on your exhale, come forward, even if it's a tiny bit. Every inhale, think of long spine, lengthen through crown. Root sit bones, lengthen crown. Every exhale, think of sinking into the stretch. You can stay here and keep focusing and breathing, or you can round your shoulders, drop your head. Draw your belly in. On your next exhale, everybody start to straighten spine and lift back up to neutral. Before you lower your leg, breastbone's going to rotate over to the knee. Come back to center. And then breastbone rotate over to the foot. Back to center. Relax. Shake it out. Take a few breaths. Feel the difference in side to side. Rock a little, roll a little, whatever you feel like doing before we're ready for the other side. Root right foot, lift left leg. Put the strap around the right foot if you want to use a strap. Otherwise, hands on your shin. Zip from hip bone to hip bone. Flatten your left foot as if it's against the wall. Feel both sit bones rooted, even though you are up on your outer edge of your left one. Your next inhale, lengthen through your crown. Exhale, hinging at your hip, drawing your flat back forward. Each inhale lengthens. Each exhale sinks into the stretch. You can stay there or you can round your shoulders, drop your head. On your next inhale, everybody start to flatten their back and slowly come up. Before we lower our leg, stay tall in your spine, breastbone rotates to knee. Back to center, and then rotates the foot. And back to center. Gently relax, release your leg. Shake it out. We're going to be ready for some quick balance before we go to the floor. We did a lot of juice today. Get the chair in that position that you can use it on either side or in front. We're going to go for working wide leg today. So you can have your chair to the side or in front, either one. And I want you to have your feet at least chair width apart. And I want you to have your heels out so that your heel and toes, your toes are facing directly forward. Usually when you're wide leg, your heels are in, your toes are out. We're going to go for facing forward feet. Soft knees, don't lock them, don't try and lock them out. Lengthen from your tailbone through the crown. When we have our feet face forward, it might feel a little pigeon-toed to you, which might make you feel like you're sticking your butt out and arching your low back. So I want you to draw that in by zipping from hip bone to hip bone, squeezing slightly through your glutes and lengthening through your crown. Hold on if you need to for balance, otherwise you can let your arms hang at the side. Root the soles of your feet. from big toe to little toe, from toes to heel. And slowly start to come up on your toes, on your forefoot. Find a focal point, find your balance. And then nice and slow, go back down. Controlling the down, heels land right behind the feet, the toes. I want you to peel your toes off the floor. Root into the big ball joint of your big toe and into the joint at your pinky toe and root into the heel of your foot. Lift the toes off the mat. Return from pinky inward. Return one toe at a time to the mat. Then root through all 10 toes. Start to peel your feet off the mat, starting with the backs of your heels. Nice and slow, peeling yourself up. Coming up on the utmost part of your foot that you're comfortable with. Strong through your legs. Knees micro bent. Still zip from hip to hip. And from pubic bone to breastbone, if that helps. And then slowly start to lower back down. How your feet are rooted into the ground. Heel to forefoot, lift your toes up. Lower from pinky toe all the way down to big toe. Heel toe, walk yourself in and make your way to the floor. Make sure you can still see me. We do not have a ton of floor time. So we're going to do some knee flops. Walk your feet to the outside edges and just flop side to side. You have a couple of different choices for your arm position. You can have your arms just open within a, I guess this would be more like the letter A because your arms are down. Or you can have them to the side like a letter T. Or you can bend your elbows and have cactus arms. Or you can straighten them up a little bit so that they're more like a V or a Y. And last but not least, you can keep them up here, but you can bend your elbows so that your hands touch, so you're more in a diamond shape. I want you to find the one that is the most comfortable but gives you a tiny bit of a stretch. Like you feel like you could hang out there for 10 minutes, but at the end of the 10 minutes, you'd probably be ready to switch positions. Or maybe you have a favorite for a reason. Keep flopping your legs. Play with the different positions of the flop, either moving your knees simultaneously side to side, as if they are connected with a rod, which makes me think of those carnival guys that have all these skeletons attached to them with rods, and with every move they make, the skeletons move. Or you can open one leg at a time and close one leg at a time. Take both knees over to the right. Rolling up on the outside edges of your feet, squeeze your left glute, relax your left leg, and relax your right leg and press your left hip forward. Flex your foot if you need to, if you have any discomfort in your knee. Try not to arch your back. And you would do that by drawing your belly in while you're pushing your hip forward. Relax your glute. Draw the belly in to lift the knees and flop. Find your comfortable flop. And then both knees left. Rolling up on the sides of your feet. Squeeze your right glute, press your right hip forward, relax your left leg. Flex your knee if you need to, or flex your foot if you need to support your knee. Try not to arch your back, so you would do that by drawing your belly inward. Relax your glute. Draw belly in to lift knees. And a couple more flops. Knees up to the ceiling. Feet on the floor. Hips rooted. I want you to arch your low back by pushing your belly forward or up to the ceiling. And draw your belly in and flatten your back. Feel your tailbone curl up. Go between big belly push up and draw belly in, flatten back. Just creating some movement in the spine. And when you come to pressing your back into the mat, I want you to leave it in that position. I want you to root both feet into the floor. Your feet are wide, maybe to the edges of your mat or off of your mat, whichever is more comfortable. Tailbone slightly lifted because you are pressing your back in nice and hard. Move your knees a little bit side to side, just micro, to make sure that you're over your ankles. Your knees are over your ankles. I want you to think about lifting your tailbone a tiny bit more. Curling your belly in, lift your tailbone a tiny bit more. Feel the pressure on your back move up. So you're not so much pressing into your low back anymore, you're pressing into the mid back. Right below or at your lowest rib area. Knees are over ankles, feet are rooted. You have a nice strong glute squeeze going on. See if you can lift your tailbone a little bit more. Focus on most of this happening with your glute muscle. Knees remain over ankles. Slowly start to lower your back to the floor. All the the way down. So you feel the hip bones press into the skin, the tailbone release to the floor, the curve in your spine return, and all the muscles are relaxed. Do some more arching breaths. Inhale, arch your back off of the mat. Exhale, push your low back into the mat. Inhale, lifting it off, pushing your belly up. Exhale, push it down and in. And I want you to give yourself Darth Vader breath. So Darth Vader breath is where you feel and hear the breath in the back of your throat. Big inhale, Darth Vader inhale, and Darth Vader exhale. Drawing the belly in, release the last bit of air. We make our Darth Vader breath by having a little constriction in the back of our throat, around our vocal cords. And on your last Darth Vader exhale, you press your back into the floor. I want you to hold it. Hold the position, not the breath. You can return your breath to normal. Low back's pressed to the floor. Go ahead and root your feet from pinky toe to big toe, from heel to the tips of your toes. Check your knee alignment. Are they over the ankles? You can kind of rock your knees back and forth and feel the weight distribute to the inner and outer foot. So make it to where that weight is distributed evenly over the center of the foot to ensure that knees are over the ankles. Your back is pressed into the rooting your feet, you're engaged through your glutes and thighs. Lift your tailbone a little bit more. Maybe you do that by using your low abs. Maybe you do that by pushing a little more with your glute. Your back really isn't lifted off the mat. It's just your tailbone is lifting higher. Imagine if you're trying to lift up your sacrum bone, the top part of your sacrum instead of the tailbone is the bottom part, the coccyx. You're trying to lift the top part of the sacrum and keep your lowest vertebrae on the floor. And then imagine you're trying to lift that L1 vertebrae off the floor. So you're not going very far. Maybe you try and lift L2 off the floor. Squeezing in through your abs, rooting in through your feet, squeezing in through your glutes. One more try for L3. Working our way up the low back. I mean, actually, we're going the wrong direction. There should be 5, 4, and 3. We did 5, 4, and 3. Sorry, I'm backwards. Breathe, and then start to lower L3 back to the floor. L4, L5, top of your sacrum, lower part of your sacrum. There's Shavasana, tailbone lowers down. Everything releases and relaxes. You can either rock your feet side to side, your knees, or you can draw them in and roll a little bit as you prepare yourself for Shavasana. Find your supportive position on the floor. Hips and knees lined up, or hips and shoulders lined up. Supported under your legs if you need to, putting your lower leg limbs on a footstool or chair or over a big pillow. Arms at your side, palms up. If you're chilly, you can always bend your elbows and close your palms over your belly or your hip bones. Get out the last minute wiggles, last fidgeting. And when you're done fidgeting, bring your awareness into your breath. And feel your breath up into your belly. Making your belly wide, feeling it lift towards the ceiling. Not changing the position of your back, providing space for the belly. Even out your breath to the count of 4 or 5. And then start filling your belly first and then move the air into your back. So lying down, that may feel like your shoulders raise off, or your arms or shoulders raise off the mat a little bit, providing space into your back. You may feel your chest raise to the ceiling a little bit as you're feeling space in your back. Keeping the same count, inhale and exhale. Feel the belly. Feel the back. Exhale the belly, or exhale the back and then exhale the belly. We're draining it out, as if we're draining out the bottom. Last of your exhale draws the belly up and in slightly to assist the release of the last bit of air. Make sure your breath is not segmented. You're flowing from belly to back evenly, smoothly. Flowing from exhaling back to belly smoothly. And on your next inhale, we'll go from belly to back, to heart lifting slightly towards chin. And then we're exhaling, heart, back, belly. Smooth transition between the three. Belly, back, heart, heart, back, belly. And then I want you to incorporate to this practice your Darth Vader breath. Giving that little restriction in the back of your throat over the vocal cords. Your breath becomes audible. You're inhaling, filling from the belly back to heart. Exhaling, draining from the heart back to belly. Practicing our Darth Vader breath and our 3-part breath at the same time. Keeping our same count, inhale and exhale, I want you to release the 3 parts and just keep the count and the Darth Vader breath. Darth Vader breath actually has a name called Ujjayi, but if I say Ujjayi, you're not going to remember what I'm saying probably. So Darth Vader breath it is. It's very relatable. Keeping your count, releasing where the breath goes. Just let the breath explore the body, like opening tendrils up. Last but not least, release the Darth Vader breath. Keep the count. And release the count. Release the breath. Let it come natural. Follow it with your mind's eye. How does your body breathe without your attention, your instruction, your control? What area does your body like to fill up first, last? Can you even feel it in different areas when you're not controlling it? As we've kept our focus on our breath, we've let our body just melt into the floor. Although our body feels heavy, our breath allows us to feel light. Imagine that in the heaviness of your body, you're allowing the burdens, negativity to leach out into the ground. The burdens and negativity are heavier than the body. They leach out and release them. And allow the lightness of the breath. Renew the body with hope, with energy. Opportunity. Imagining that every exhale releases and lets go of one more thing. Even if you can't name that thing, feel it unlatch itself. Feel it fall away. Feel it make space for the next breath. Feel your heart in your chest. Feel your load lighten, your body lighten, your body awaken. Draw your awareness to your right big toe without moving it. Feel the nail. Feel the skin, feel the joint. Maybe it touches your second toe. And draw your awareness to your left hip bone, the front of your left hip bone. Feel the hip bone rooting through the glute into the floor, into the back hip bone. Feel the support of that left hip. The equality of the left and right. Draw your awareness to the center of your breastbone. Feel the ribs work their way out to either side, wrap around and attach at your spine. Feel the protection of your heart or your rib cage. Protection of your lungs. And then draw your awareness to your left pinky finger. Feel it from the nail to the joint, attaching it to your palm. Go ahead and start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your wrists and ankles. Bend and straighten your elbows and knees. Shrug your shoulders. Squeeze and release your glutes. Arch and contract your spine. Turn your head side to side. Find a little motion in each joint through the body. Drawing your knees in one at a time, roll over onto your side, stack your shoulders, hips, and knees. Take a moment for gravity to transition from your back to your side. Take a breath, drink your water today. Maybe practice your Darth Vader breath or your 3-part breath. Gently peel yourself up off the mat, finding a comfortable seated position. Lengthening through the crown of your head, roll your shoulders and big forward, up, back, and down. A couple of times. And when you're ready, reverse it to back, up, forward. And then relax. Turn your head to the right as far as you can. Dip your chin. Lift your nose. Back to neutral. Turn your head to the left. Dip your chin. Lift your nose. Back to neutral. Come to center. Lift your chin towards the ceiling. Drop your chin down into your throat. And just gently roll side to side, bringing your ear up over your shoulder. Side to side at your own pace. Find a comfortable rhythm. Find awareness to all the neck muscles across the back of your neck, up to under your ear, and even into your throat. And then pause with your chin forward. Lift your head up. Inhaling with both arms, gathering that air. Active arms lengthen from tailbone to tips of fingers. Exhale, push that air down like it's very dense. Another breath. Inhale, arms up. Gather the air up together. Bringing it overhead, hands come together. Bringing the arms down to your chest on your exhale. One more breath. Flutter your eyes open. And namaste.